All good? Can you hear me? Yes? Yay! Good.
Okay.
I'm so glad. So, perfect. You don't know each other, so you're gonna know after this session today. I'm so glad you made it, Gisela. Lovely seeing you. Ileana, I spoke with you before as well. Actually, I met you at another networking event. I think Dorella was the one who was having that one. Gisela, you know Dorella. And yeah, so good. I know it was a very last minute. I said we're gonna do it because I reached 350 members in my community, and I was like, "Yay, let's do another networking event." So I'm super excited. Now today it's all about you guys. It's all about you. If you want just a short introduction, tell us who you are, what you do, and yeah, let's find out more about you. Who wants to
I
start?
didn't understand this is between us or is for your community as well.
It's for community for my whole community, but I just mentioned about it yesterday. So it was a last minute thing. So whoever wants to join, it was by invitation only. So I had another 7 ladies saying they want to participate, but looks like it's just the two of you today. So let's see if they will come in. If not, we're gonna make the most of it between us.
Would love to join your community, honey.
Did you join or not yet?
Not yet. I didn't find.
No, I will invite you, Gisela. Oh my gosh, you've been in my work for so long. And yes,
Yes.
definitely I will invite you over. S- Do you want to start? Introduce yourself, Gisela and Infinite Love, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. So my name is Gisela Rodrigues. I'm based in Lisbon, Portugal. And there's something here doing. Okay. And my professional name, my brand, if you want to call it, is Gisela Infinite Love. I'm a medical medium and I channel, and Infinite Love Collective is the collective of beings that I channel. So, Gisela, Infinite Love. And I have the blending of the two parts of the brain. So my work can be as in mindset and releasing limiting beliefs and patterns and all that, eventually more oriented to business or to money aspects or more practical things. And there's always channel involved for the person or for the group. And there's the other part that is about self empowering, deep healing, about traumas that we don't even remember we have, about transgenerational stuff, I call it stuff, that we carry on till one decides to address it, or maybe resistance, inner resistance to whatever shows up. And so those are the main two branches of what I do. But there's a third one that is trips and retreats. And so it's all about, it's tailor-made if
Mhm.
it's for a person or if it's for a group. And Roxandra knows a little bit about my work. So it's tailor-made because basically everything is energy, right? And so energy means information and means communication. And so each one receives what is more relevant and what they are open to. And
Mhm.
at the same time, there's a seed that is planted for the next step, for the next level, for the next approach. So it's not just I had it's not just when you have difficulties or when you're sick, for instance. It's also when you're feeling great. And what's next? I had recently a beautiful woman. I love her. She's done a few of my courses and is in my group of Codes of Light. And she scheduled a session. And I said, what's the topic today? What do you want to address? And she said, I don't know. And I said, and I said, so this is a coffee time between friends. I was making it funny. And she said, well, I felt we should have a session, and here I am. And we started to talk, interact, and there was some things that needed to be addressed, even though she did not quite had her finger on them. And
Mm.
so it evolved in that way. The next day, she actually texted me with feedback, this, and this change, and I feel the difference. So it's like if you were to say this in a more traditional approach, I would say you don't go to the doctor when you're sick. You go on a way of preventing. You go to check up to see how everything is, eventually to address minor things. And so with someone that does what I do, it's absolutely the same thing. You may be super abundant, lots of money, but even though there's aspects of your business you want to improve, or you're super healthy and all good, but there's aspects of the individual that you are that you
Mhm.
want may want to address. And then there's the other part that is developing we have five senses. Traditionally, we are thought like that, but actually, we have more senses than the five. And so, evolving on those senses is a stage that is available in our time of evolutionary species. Let's put it like
Yeah.
that. And so telepathy or other aspects are so much more, I would say, easy to develop. And so that is also a part of what I do. And Roxandra, say something, please, because I love this so
No, it's
much.
good. I let you. I was like, okay, go with the flow. She's also a public speaker. So last week I was with Gisela in Paris for an Empowering Woman event, public speaking. And as soon as she walked in and as soon as she took the stage, the light was there. Like everyone was like, yeah. So yeah, it was phenomenal. I love your energy. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now let's hear from Iliana Dayan Sova. Am I saying that right?
Yes, you are. Of course you are. Um, so wonderful to listen to you, Gisela. I mean, you can just, sit and listen. So it was an honor to hear your thoughts. And you know what? I have just learned something today from what you shared. I never thought about the fact that yes, we do have more than five senses. So I'm going to go deep and study that because as soon as you said it, it felt right. So it hit
Mhm.
home. So thank you for that. So my name is Ilana or um, Lily. The way, anyway, it's good. And what I do every day is accept raising my beautiful daughter. She's almost 13. Um,
Okay.
I am a change consultant. So basically, I'm working with organizations all over the world and we implement all sorts of transformations, but I don't actually call them transformations, but because they are actually changes. We change things. We look at the situation and we analyze it and we turn it upside down and we don't look at it from one perspective, but we listen to every part involved and we look at the ecosystem basically. So a lot of times we don't just work with the organization, but we look outside the organization and we actually work with their partners and we implement the change that we discovered together that is needed to be implemented because as you were saying earlier, Gisela, a lot of times clients will come to a professional and they can't really put their finger on what's bothering them, or they have an opinion, but they are wise enough to explore that with you. So the same thing happens with me too. And of
Mhm.
course, um, I do join individuals in implementing changes, and all the aspects that you mentioned working on, I'm also doing that, and I'm doing that from the neuro-linguistic programming perspective, which I love and which has actually completely changed my life. So I never started by um, actually wanting to make a business out of it. It was a personal search that I started for myself. I felt that there can be more than just a 9 to 5 job that I did for almost 10 years. So I started to look into that. Motherhood was a element, an important element. And once I discovered that there's so much knowledge and that there are so many wonderful things out there that we can just take in, I just couldn't stop. So by doing that, as you girls, I think very well know, you change, but also people become curious
Mm.
about what is going on with you. So this is how all my business started a long time ago. And I started in the expat communities in Montreal, in Canada, where I lived for 2 years. And it just grew organically, basically. My entire business is working with referrals.
Love it.
I'm ashamed to show my website. I never prioritized it. So my entire business just it's rolling using referrals. And I'm blessed. I can say I'm blessed with that. And what I do daily is I also deliver trainings and workshops, but I also do a lot of coaching and accept the consulting for implementing changes. That's it about
Yay.
me.
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's an amazing, amazing. Yay. Clap, clap, clap.
I
That's
see
so good.
the
Yeah, yes, Jessica is here. She's my superstar. Obviously, she needs to be part of mommy's day-to-day life 100%. Yes, she's a very quiet baby. Um, Yes, a little bit about me very shortly. I'm a transformational clarity coach and I work with moms in business. I've been in business for over 17 years. My first successful business was when I was 16 and I was organizing kids' parties. It was great. It was back in Romania. And all I can say is that I help people, especially moms, to really find out who they are. I'm all about being you, be true to who you are, and then create a business that's going to align with you. The business needs to talk your language, and then you can create a business surrounding your family as well. I don't see them as two separate things. I see them combining them and still bring joy in your life because you have the business in order to support your family and to live the life that you want. So I'm strongly, strongly 100% believing that we are born to shine. We are not born to, just to survive. So yeah, I bring magic in people's life. I think I have a gift. I can see the potential very quickly and I can see the direction and the clarity that you need and I can activate very quickly who you are and what do you actually want to do without you knowing. So that's my superpower. So yes, and same as you, Ileana, I'm all about referrals. So I build my business based on referrals organically, 100%. I tried the other way around back, not with this business, not with the coaching one, but I had a drop shipping business back in 2016, which I spent a fortune on ads. I was selling some kids' toys back then. And I was like, no, with my coaching, I don't want to spend on, paid advertising. When it's about scaling, yeah, that's a different story. But organically, it's much better. That's great. So today it's all about us, ladies, because looks like nobody else is joining. So the stage is yours.
I, I
Yes.
I want to honor the fact that I'm a mother as well. So I have what I call two popcorns because two wonderful magical days they decided to pop up in my womb, the portal that is uh, our womb. And so I have two popcorns. They are engineering students and that is of course a big part of me, my essence, my life, no doubt. And Yes, it's also about referrals as well. I recently had a young woman. She's now 24, coming to my private session, one, and we were doing whatever we were addressing in the conversation, and she said, 11 years ago, the first time that I saw you, and I was like, 11? Honey, wasn't that long. Like, I have a special relationship with time. Time with me flows kind of in a different way. I set alarm clocks throughout the day for myself so that I know, okay, it's midday. Okay, it's and she said, "No, I was 13 when I first met you. Remember, my parents brought me to you. At the time, she had a foot that was she felt, and she was having lots of pain, not being able to walk, and she had a ballet presentation, and the parents that actually are friends of mine took her to doctors and to physiotherapy, and she was not getting better, and so they, oh no, let's take her to Giselle, and so she got better right away.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this work. Often it's like that, not always, of course. And she could do the ballet presentation that was in the few coming days. And this time she was saying 11 years ago, and I was like, no way, 11, so much. So I'm in this business over 15 years. And before that, I worked corporate as well, more than 9 to 5 for sure. I had my company as well, and I was a news reporter and journalist. So that is also my background, and that is in every of the cases, it's about working with people and giving the best and empowering them in those so different ways
Hmm.
throughout life. And now what I do, it's also who I am. It's not separated. So it's a blend. And so I think that is magical. And that is, I would call it my superpower because as you referred, because it's about empowering people, regardless if we are in a session or in a group. Sometimes the other day was the lady that sometimes gives me a coffee after my morning walk. It's my routine. I have a early morning walk, then I stop, have a coffee, come back home, and start my day. And so at that day was her. So I think love is the best thing, and that's my focus and my direction always. And it's also about always getting it more aligned and more aligned and more aligned, because life is what life is. And sometimes we are more up, sometimes we are more down, sometimes we are more inside and more present, sometimes we are more absent. But it's the reasoning of if you want to choose that or not. And so once you choose, then it's to do it constantly. So
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. High five. Ooh, really
five.
good. Ileana, what's your superpower? If we are talking about superpowers, what do you think is yours?
Ah, one of the things that always happened for me was this thing. People talking is in a very easy way with me. So they just opened up without me actually wanting for them to open up. So I think it's just the fact that I appreciate everyone's perspective, no matter what that is. So I kind of send that energy to them. So people are opening up very fast and they share very deep things. And in the beginning, I couldn't actually understand what was going on. I wasn't in this business. I was in the 9 to 5 job, delivering trainings every day. And people, of course, they really connected with the trainer, and I was enjoying that. But from those sessions during the breaks or after, real relationships built, and they started to open up to me, and not necessarily wanting to be friends, but they could very easily share what they were experiencing. And not every time was really related to the topic that I was teaching them. And this happened, and I mean, this continued in my business also. One of the things that I do, part of the consulting for change thing for organizations, is I have what we call interviews. These are 30 minutes interviews, 30 minutes meetings with the employees, with the teams. And in those 30 minutes, of course, I have a goal. I have a questionnaire, let's call it, right? Or some areas that we need to discuss in order to explore. But I always get a lot. So from all those 30 minutes, I write reports. I write pages. Um, and the confirmation that the information that I gather is qualitative, we get it, we see it when we implement the change and when people are actually happier than they were before. So I think, I don't know how to call it, but I believe this is how I would call it. The fact that I take everyone's point of view as it is. So people feel safe
Mm.
to open up. So let's call this my superpower.
Fantastic. Yeah, I can relate to that a lot. I had no idea. Yes, clap, clap, clap. Woo! Yes, I experienced that all my life. All my life, people were coming to me, open up, and I was like, even a child or a teenager, and I was there to listen effectively. And sometimes, it's not all about giving them advice. Sometimes it was just a case for them to let them vent, without judging. And it was enough. And then usually something came up, like asking those deep questions. And they're like, and they had like their aha moment right then. Like, oh, I see why people are coming to me. Okay. So I love you find that in yourself, because it's a really, really unique gift, I would say, that I'm glad you use it in your business as well. That's really cool. Really, really cool. We are so wonderful. Yay. So it's all about being you. Tell
I'll
me,
step up for
yeah,
1 minute. I apologize. I need to wake up my daughter. I'll
nah,
come back
that's
right
fine.
away.
No worries. It's absolutely fine. That's cool. So, Gisela, you see, everything links. Everything is about love, about energy. Be back to who you are. I love it. I love it. We're on the same path, all of us. I find it. We're on
Yeah,
the right path for us.
yes, in different ways, but the same path, the same, I would call it the same path and the same destination.
Mm,
And sometimes people think, oh, about love, you're talking about healing or about uh, business or about money or about consulting corporations or about that is part of what I do as well, more to the side of who runs it, so that when who runs it is more aligned with themselves and aligned with what he or she is doing, then it reflects in the companies. But sometimes people get kind of a exclamation, interrogation,
mm-hmm,
question mark. And if you think about it, love is about unity and is about expansion and is about evolution. The opposite is not. So I would say it's easy to get it and to choose contraction and, I don't know, despair or depression, or evolution and unity and collaboration and all that comes with it. Like just now we talked not long ago when you said, I have a network. Are you free? Let's go. And I said, yeah, I make myself free. I could because if I had a group or an individual session, of course, I would not, I could not. But it's about that. And things are more synchronicities happen easily when you choose that way because again it's about an energy imprint that you emanate. It's not about forcing things. Less and less the world is and will be about forcing. It's about allowing acceptance and that flow of things that whatever you put out there is getting back to you, how much you work on yourself, body, mind, emotions, everything, because we compartmentalize things. Oh, I'll get to work on my body when I attain this level of success. No, it's everything at once, the best way what one can do it. But that integration and of the whole being that we are, and then stepping to the world with that concept and with that mind frame of I choose love and I choose the best way possible for me and for everyone. I think by itself it's empowering and will bring
Yeah.
results. It will bring the organic, the referrals, the synchronicities, the serendipiticities, the coincidences that are not coincidences, right? Coincidence is a way, somebody said coincidence is a way of God talking to us, kind of
Mm.
on these lines. I love it because I can see that. I can see that. And actually in my work, in my groups, it's one of the most frequent things that people say. I don't know what happened, but now I have synchronicities. I met this person. That person showed me something that I needed for my work, and now I was invited to go there, and that's the beauty.
Yes, and about synchronicity, we have Daniel. Are you there? Daniel is the only man I know who feels, I feel like he has my brain. Like I know the community is all about super moms, but he's a dad and he is incredible. So he just joined now. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. It's a great, great match. You love Gisela. You love Elena. Just hi and welcome. I'm so glad to see you. Just tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Okay, well,
Can I
first,
say
thank you very much.
something?
You see, hello
Can I
everyone. Roxy, I didn't know if it was just for the maps or not, but okay, you sent me the invite, so I came.
I
Yes,
I, I, wa-
Gisela.
I want to say something. Daniel, we just met, but I want to say hi, Supermom. You're so welcome.
Thank you. I feel so privileged. The first time in my life I'm called Superman. I mean, it goes to my heart. Thank you so much.
Yes, because it's all about being balanced between the masculine and the feminine. So part of me is a super dad. The biggest part of me is the super mom. So I acknowledge the part of you that is a super mom.
Daniel is so aligned. Honestly, he's so aligned. He's great. He's a public speaker. He has a podcast. I mean, I will let him tell more about himself, but he's incredible. He also does transformation like that. He's all about change. He's all about really being there for his clients. And oh my gosh, he's amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Roxy. And, as you said, you and me get along really well because we've got a lot of points in common. So I'm Daniel. I'm French. I've been living in the UK for 25 years now. And yeah, I'm a high energy, heart centered life and business coach. And I'm an international motivational speaker. It's new. And what I help, you know, small business entrepreneurs who are over 40, who feel stuck, who feel without sense of direction, to gain back clarity, to gain back confidence, and to live the life they really want to live. And I've got one superpower. I'm going to mention it. It's about providing a sacred space for my clients so that they can feel fully safe and they can express themselves vulnerably in an environment where there's no fear of being judged, of being criticized, or being given unsolicited advice. So this is what I'm doing. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And before that, I was for 35 years. I had an international career in sales and management, and I've lived in different countries. And I realized a few years ago that I had coached my life. I had coached people all my life without putting a label on that. And it's how I naturally decided to shift and to concentrate my life, to help others living the best life they can. Thank
And
you.
you are doing a phenomenal job. Very, very well. I know Daniel also from Circle of Fame, from our panel discussion, which we go. Elena, she's the organizer for that one. It's brilliant. All really great experts. We come together and we discuss different topics. And yeah, so many times Daniel had that thought, and I was actually, oh my gosh, this man, he's reading my mind. Like as soon as I started talking, he was just exactly on the same page. So that's amazing. We also have Ramona. Hi, Ramona, and welcome. Sorry for that. I tried to figure it out once you told me about the time zone, and this is what Google gave me, the time zone, but I'm glad you made it. She just had a meeting and she managed to jump on this call. So welcome, Ramona. Tell us, please, a little bit about you, what you do, and what's your superpower.
So I'm Ramona Crabtree Faulkner. I am a 20-year holistic wellness facilitator. I recently transitioned my business model to shifting out of one-to-one in-person tactile to retreats, destination retreats, transformational empowerment coaching for professional women that are overwhelmed, stuck, or feeling burnt out. And so I use holistic approaches to support them in reconnecting to their inner knowing so that they can be operating from a system that is authentic to them versus a space of training of their life. This is where you're supposed to be. So what is my superpower? I'm an empath, and so I'm able to really sense the room. And one of the things that I really love about being an empath is I have the power to affect the environment. So I can either choose to drop my frequency down into a lower frequency, or I can invite others to raise theirs up. And I think that is something that we don't talk enough about whenever it comes to being an empath.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Ramona. Now, before I have one question for you, I think we have like another 10 minutes or so. Can you send a message to your younger self? What will that be?
You don't have to try so hard. Like, just be in the moment and trust the process, because it all works out.
Love it. Thank you so much. How about you, Ileana?
I think I would just say everything was going to be all right in the end, because there have been a lot of changes, ups and downs in my life, as I think in most people. So just the thought that everything is going to be all right is comforting.
Love it. Gisela?
Well, I would say you are never alone. You are supported. You are enough, and you are loved.
Super powerful. Thank you. And Daniel?
I'm talking as a long time perfectionist and overthinker. And now my advice is really follow your heart, follow your instinct, don't overthink, just start doing things. And when you do this, magic happens.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. This is my baby. She's Jessica. She wants to say hi. Say hello. And
Hello,
my
Jessica.
message, yes, my message will be you and dream big. Honestly, dream big. Like everything you all said, I wish someone could tell me probably your dreams are reality and you can really do whatever you want to do. So yeah, this is it. So today, ladies and gentlemen, if you can put your details in the chat or if just send them to me, if not, and I will love you if you can connect to each other. Have a chat, see how you can support each other. You are all doing incredible things. And see if you can collaborate, see if you can just get to know more, and if you can learn from each other or whatever it is. I would say I will encourage you to do that. What do you think? Sounds good. Yay, love. That's so good. I really appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen, which honestly, I'm so happy. I know it was a last minute invite, but we will do them more. Look, Ramona, she already put them in the chat. That's great. And she also has coffee chats in there as well. So we can do that with Ramona. Look, we have perfect. Excellent. Thank you for that. And keep on shining. Keep on being you and do those networking events. Honestly, do them. If you want to share any other networking events with us, with the community in Supermoms Magic Circle, please do, because everyone is interested to connect with like-minded people like yourself. And that's the power of networking. I feel like we need that. We need more of that so we can be on our best version of ourselves, yeah, and shine.
Agreed.
You know, Roxy, you mentioned the word, or somebody else did as well, which is very dear to my heart now, is authenticity. It's really about being exactly who we are, because we live most of our lives with expectations from others and how we should be and what society expects from us. And we forget that when we are children, you know, yesterday doesn't exist. We just live in the present moment. Tomorrow is not a concept, it's now. And we can dream, we can become anything we want. And then we get conditioned, you know, by our parents, by our, you know, by our environment, our friends, school, church, etc. So the idea is actually, you know, we spend all these years being conditioned and becoming somebody who we are not. So afterwards, what we need to do for the second part of our lives is to become back again who we truly are. And when we do that, this is really when life becomes very easy. It's not complicated. And, you know, people resonate or don't. It's their problem. It's not ours. You see this teaching, which I really very much
1 minute,
appreciate.
Daniel. It's gonna kick us out.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no. It's just, you know, never take things personally. This is such a big teaching there, you know, which I got from the 4 agreements. And yeah,